Siegfried took the hill. He full vanguarded his Wood Elf build onto the center point. And I guess this is just where he lives now. So we have the Hawkeyes of Shakira, Way Watchers, Glade Riders, Wild Riders, and then Glade Lord with Arrow of Kurnos and Prey of Anathrema, and then Aerial. And we just hit start on the game, so there's going to be some lag. We'll see if it stabilizes. Hopefully it should. I see a good amount of wings flapping from the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire, so I have hope. But right when you hit start is going to be the worst point. We'll see if it stabilizes. Anyway, for the forces of Chaos of Brother Advantus, we have Chaos Knights, Dragon Ogres, Marauders, Chaos Warriors, the Severed Claw, and then a Chaos Lord of Fire on a dragon with just Burning Head or a spell. Grace, how do you recommend we be supportive, encouraging community for your husband so that we can do the opposite and not be nice or anything? Oh. Well, just constantly dislike the videos and leave terribly unhelpful comments like my voice sounds weird or things. Those are real comments, by the way. People just show up and they're like, your voice sucks. And it's like, oh, that's actionable. I can change that. Anyway, for the Greenskins of Greyheart, we have some Orc Biggins, Orc Boys, Orc Arbor Boys, Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins, Crimson Killer Black Orcs, a Giant, which is not an Orc, Orc Boys, Orc Boys, Orc Boys, and then Azhag the Slaughter, who is in fact an Orc. So this is an all-Orc build except for the 2 Drunken Giants wandering through it. And then last but definitely not least, we have Temeshin on the Vampire Counts, Crypt Horrors, Karen Wraiths, a Corpse Cart, Vlad and Double White King with another Corpse Cart, and then a whole bunch of zombies and skeleton spearmen, Dire Wolves, and Fell Bats. The lag seems to persist, but we will endure as Sigmar did before us, as all of a sudden, as I mention it, the lag just fades away. Go, Giant, go. Your buns are barely covered, my giant friend. Up on the high ground, the Chaos Forces are getting shot at by Way Watchers. Dragon Ogres have a little bit of missile resist to protect them, but no one can truly protect it from Way Watchers. Looks like the Undead are mostly going to take the fight to the Greenskins, and the Wood Elves are mostly going to fight Warriors of Chaos. As Wild Hunters of Kronos hold these guys in place, Dragon Ogres even get Prey of Anathrema, lowering that missile resistance to their scaly skin barely helps them as the Way Watchers get shots in. But a big flank is coming in from the Dragon Ogres, and Chaos Knights and Glade Riders with Spears are unaware of the doom befalling them. Nice rear charge in, gonna be a lot of damage there, and a Burning Head even goes through double. Way Watchers getting a lot of damage out, but we have a Tempest in. Ooh, this is gonna be so bad. A Tempest in from Aerial to slow this guy down and damage him, but the slow is also making him an easier target for Way Watchers. I actually like this a lot. The Brother Advantus is trying to just charge in, trying to land on the Way Watchers so they can't shoot him as much, but man, he is so slow. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Vampire Counts and Greenskin front lines merge. Orc Boys holding against the Undead, Azhag's armor giving them insane defensive stats as Vlad gets attacked by Azhag himself. The Crown of Sorcery commanding him to kill the vile Undead as he purges straight through them. But some of the monsters of the Undead, the Fellbats and Varguys, flew over the top, and they're now fighting Savage Orc Boar Boys and Orc Arbor Boys, getting some decent damage out there as the Giants wade into the central fight. Chaos Lord down to just under half HP. It looks like Chaos is definitely getting the upper hand against the Wood Elves here. I mean, they have taken some serious damage, but overall the Wood Elves are in worse shape as Chaos Knights try and run downhill, ignore Aerial, and get onto the Way Watchers to shut them down once and for all. We have other Wild Riders just trying to keep these guys alive, trying to keep the Way Watchers' spirit in there. We have a Giant currently clubbing the piss out of a Corpse Guard, and that is the correct target. I mean, with a blob fight like this, you really don't want the Corpse Guards constantly healing and providing buffs for all the Undead. So I actually really, really like the Giant's priority there, killing the Corpse Guards. Vlad and the White King are trying to defend it and push him back. Elsewhere, the vanguard of the Undead force is stopped, pushed away. Undead continue to hold the Greenskins in place, and Chaos continues to run down the Wood Elves. So right now, I would say Wood Elves and Chaos are on the back foot. Wood Elves more so than Chaos health-wise. Wood Elves have more damage. Siegfried has more damage out than Temeshin, but Temeshin's going to live longer, so I suspect he'll catch up. I do think the Greenskins and Chaos are both in the best spots overall. Chaos is still pretty decently healthy. And the greenskins are getting a lot of damage value from just grinding with the undead. But Aztec needs to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage in there. Wouldn't be shocked if he died. Meanwhile, Chaos Lord of Fire got a quick burning head off, but the Way Watchers sniping him once again. There is no healing for this Dragon Lord, so he will be pushed away. Severed Claw, undeterred. Marauders, undeterred. Chaos Warriors, also full HP. The Wood Elves have some cavalry left. They still have some Way Watchers, and they did snipe the Chaos Lord, so I guess that is something. For the undead, the tides seem to be turning in their favor as they are beating up this giant quite badly. And Aztec's also not looking too good. Meanwhile, Vlad and the double White Kings both chilling, vibing, doing completely fine. It's the corpse cart. The one that remains is still trying to heal up all these zombies and Cairn Wraiths and such. Crimson Killer's in here doing their best, but Cairn Wraiths actually with the buffs from the corpse cart. And if Vlad has Van Hels's Dan's Macabre, he doesn't, but if he did, he could buff with those Cairn Wraiths enough they could actually deal good damage to Crimson Killers. Azag's Art Armor is out, might save the Giant, might not though, as Vlad and the White Kings continue to slap him down. Value-wise, Vampire Counts are trying to catch up. Meanwhile, Wood Elves gotten themselves some space from their brief little King of the Hill stint. They have backed off since then, and I don't love this. Greyheart's Orc Auror Boys leaving the fight before it's won. He's definitely counting his chickens before they've hatched. The undead not getting shot at by the archers should actually be able to win this melee grind. That could be a mistake from the greenskins, but it looks like he wanted to aid the Wood Elves a little bit here. Wanted to get some of that juicy chaos value before they flanked him or something, so he is moving up there. The orcs spreading out their battle lines a little bit. The undead, on the other hand, sticking together, realizing they can't fight 3 battles at once, but dang it, they're going to win the battle they're in. The Giant is routing, Azhag's down to 2,000 HP, and the Orc Boy front line is running out of gas. Still have the Crimson Killers that are very healthy, and we have one Giant that's very healthy, but, I mean, the rest of the undead army is here, and they're all healing up from this corpse guard. It's got to be charged by now. It's doing good. Elsewhere, the Wood Elves continuing to try and kite as best they can. The Way Watchers have been given a redonkulous amount of space as the last healthy Dragon Ogre is in the back, trying to stay away from those guys. The Chaos Knights have been routed off. It looks like the Wood Elves have just isolated Chaos down to their infantry, who are now marching haplessly after the Wood Elf forces, getting cycle charged and shot while the Greenskins attempt to flank them. The Undead are catching right back up to everybody. Looks like they're going to surround this Giant again. The Crimson Killers are trying to cleave, but there's Crypt Horrors, there's Cairn Wraiths doing plenty of damage back to these guys. And Azhag's just sitting above like, what do I do? How do I help? All my archers abandoned me? Yeah. The unstoppable March of Chaos is still getting closer and closer to these Way Watchers, who are up against the wall, and Ariel herself has taken a lot of damage too. Now, she has the Berry Wine. Could she use that on herself? If she could have, she doesn't have it anymore, so Apotheosis will have to suffice. As the Dragonors are actually going for the Aerial Lord Snipe, they are not going to focus on the Way Watchers, leaving that to other forces. The Giant that was once healthy is now dead. Temujin is in this game. He's almost caught up to Chaos in value. He's just behind Wood Elves. The Greenskins have kind of plateaued out. They took an early lead, but they're having issues continuing to deal damage. Crimson Killer's almost dead. Orc Boy's all routing. And how is Vlad? That's the only concerning part, is Vlad is down to half HP and he's heal capped. The Giants have been swinging at him, and Azhag has been Spirit Leeching this whole time. In comes the White Kings and Vlad catching up to Azhag once again. Azhag's dangerously close to the side of the map. Couple good hits in here from Vlad. Yeah, he is taking so much damage so quickly. He'll get pushed out, probably right off the map. Elsewhere, the slow pincer of the Greenskins is pushing both Chaos and the Wood Elves against the corner of the map. They are officially in a corner here. I wonder if they can break out. Chaos isn't even trying to. Chaos is just trying to get a fight as the Way Watchers continue to run away to the best of their ability. Ariel got her heal cap shown just from a little bit more apotheosising. And the Wood Elf Wild Riders, just a desperate rear guard from them. Look at them, still trying to keep the Way Watchers online as they rout the Chaos Warriors with the Discouraged Aura. They're doing their best as the Greenskins still close the noose. The Undead have won their fight, and they're going to turn back towards this area, though I imagine they'll get here a little late. The Undead are not known for their haste. kite in your new player tournament, this has gone off the rails, sir. We're in a free-for-all. Stop questioning things. The undead looking like the most likely contenders to contenders? Yes, contenders to quote-unquote win, where you survive to the end your last army on the field, and I think you get 2,500 extra points. But the winner of this overall is the most point value, so if the greenskins can get a lot of damage before losing, could still take it. Crimson Killers have rallied, more Orc Boys have also rallied to come to their aid, and yeah, you can see the greenskins just reforming lines to deal with the oncoming undead. Less focused now on closing in the pincer around this cornered section, more focused on getting a little bit of buffer between themselves and imminent danger. The Wood Elves, after a really rough start, did somehow bring it back. Their Way Watchers almost out of ammunition. The Hawkeyes have 5 shots, 8 shots over here, none on this guy. And Brother Advantis is knocked out with a score of 7,500 for hitting that defeat. Where's the Glade Lord? I swear he was fine. Yeah, he's right there. He's chilling. Or she? Is that a she or a he? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. So now the Orc Aura Boys, realizing they abandoned Azhag to his fate, light up these Cryptors who are on their way in to fight the Orc Biggins. Orc Biggins do have anti-large, so those Cryptors are going to have a terrible time. And their healing cap is showing. What up, Airstrikes? I hope you're at a hotel for a good reason and not a work reason, because work hotels are less fun than fun hotels. The undead closing in on the greenskins, and the Wood Elves ride to the aid of Vlad von Karstein. Not a sentence you're used to saying, but here they go. Flying in there. I don't know why I just got a bunch of things at the bottom of my screen. That was very odd, but the Wild Riders flanking the Orc Aura Boys, saving the undead a lot of pain. Vlad is definitely going to tip his hat to them as they do his grisly work. Now the Wood Elves, of course, I mean, they're doing this because they want damage value, which they're getting. But I definitely don't think a depleted Wood Elf force with very little arrows can beat all of these undead, so if they were hoping to live through the night, they probably wanted to pair up with the greenskins, not betray them like this. But if they're looking for raw damage value, then yeah, sure, flank those archers. Get that money. For work, but you like it. That's allowed. Have I been too positive, though? The forces of the undead do seem to be having some issues. We have some flanking Crimson Killers coming in. The Way Watchers are using the last of their ammunition on the Corpse Cart, and the Corpse Cart is precious. Corpse Cart is keeping this army alive. It's still healing up these zombies, giving Skeleton Warriors stats, so really good for the Wood Elves to snipe that out. 3 shots left and 5 shots on those Way Watchers respectively as the Orcs are starting to rout, but no one has the agency to chase them besides the Wood Elves, so I would like to see the Wild Hunters just chase off these Orc Aura Boys and get all that free damage value as they run. The Corpse Cart is going to crumble away. No more free healing and vigor for the vampire counts. And is that going to be too problematic? Temu is past Brother Advantis in score. The greenskins, whether consciously or not, seem to be siding with the undead in sprinting towards the Wood Elves, who are still in that corner. But then realizing they're running side by side with each other, I shouldn't have said anything. They immediately attacked each other as soon as they said words. Cairnwraiths and Cryptors back into the fight. Vlad and his double White King still being a menace while some summon zombies chase off Orc Aura Boys and Orc Biggins. Greenskin Pig Cab gonna plow through zombies, trying to lend some sort of aid to their hard-fought brethren, but Orc Biggins managed to shatter. But Vlad uses an Overcast Invocation Hack to heal up pretty much every unit in his army, but the Overcast does do a lot of damage to him. The Way Watchers shoot him in the face. Another Apotheosis for Siegwald. And actually, the Wood Elves might just survive this battle. From taking an early deficit to kiting and healing it out, they look like they'll endure. Way Watchers, 1 volley left, none left on either of the others, but Vlad has finally faded from this realm. The Orcs have rallied once again behind enemy lines, going to fire in, hopefully, for their sake, not hopefully for Me, I don't give a shit. But hopefully for their sake, they just get to safety. These Savage Orc Poor Boy Biggins gonna try and keep the Wild Riders off their case so that these guys can just shoot for a while and do their best. Now the Glade Lord and Ariel are putting up another rear guard, as we've seen, to keep the Waywatchers safe. But now to what end? The Waywatchers have no ammo. I mean, these guys have technically one ammo, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's literally one arrow among all of them. But there they go. Should be out of ammo now. Should. Savage Orc Boar Boys took one of the Wild Riders with them. It is the ROR, but now they are dead. The Orc ROR Boys are left on their own as the reindeers are coming. Pretty good focused fire from such depleted force, trying to take these guys out. And these are Orc ROR Boys. I mean, they're not goblins. They can fight back moderately. I wouldn't be shocked if they routed one Wild Rider. I don't know if they can rout both. Ariel, meanwhile, is getting beat up by the White Kings. And there's... the Crimson Killers come in. They come into the side to cleave through zombies in aid of the Wood Elves, but there's still two White Kings there that are very spooky and very dangerous. Demishin is catching up. He's caught the Greenskins in value pretty much. He's still a little behind the Wood Elves. We have ourselves a neck and neck race for the end. The Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins come in with a rear charge to rout off the Wild Riders. That'll secure the Orc R Boys. And we have more Orc Boys in the trees. There's more Orc Boys in the trees. Where are all these greenskins coming from? I feel like there's just a constant stream of greenskin reinforcements that never stops. So the Wild Riders are all pushed off. These last two Orc R Boys should be safe to just fire for the rest of the game. Ariel's going to heal herself up a little bit while routing off the Crimson Killers, which actually helps the White Kings who are busy trying to kill her. It's all madness and confusion. The Weight Watchers with no ammo are now having to opt into melee, and some of them are even terror routing. Do they terror out all the way off the battlefield? No! They rally while face planting into the white line. They're back, baby. To what end? I don't know, because they're still fucking melee Weight Watchers in a late game as the White Kings go aerial hunting, and the Orc R Boys return to also shoot at her. So now the Undead and the Greenskins are teaming up on Ariel, when previously the Wood Elves and the Greenskins were teaming up on the Undead. So the alliances are temporary, and it's almost like everybody is taking advantageous fights where they can to get the most value they can. Still, the Greenskins and Vampire counts are tied for value. The Wood Elves are maintaining a 1,000 lead, but at this point, honestly, the scores are so tight, it's whoever survives that survival bonus will definitely determine who wins this fucking game. Like, 2,500 extra score is definitely going to determine who wins, as it is an all-out brawl. The Cryptors are going to fade away. They're heel-capped. They're crumbling. They have nothing left. It's the Cairn Wraiths terror out the Orc Biggins, but they're also crumbling from the loss of Vlad, and they're getting shot at by archers this whole time, which is pretty troublesome for their chances. The Orc Boys, the strategic Orc, going to come in nice and late, but can anybody kill the double White King? I am very concerned about the double White King just carrying this out. The Glade Lord leads the Way Watchers on a charge. That is a thing that is happening here as the Orc R Boys continue to try and shoot, but shutting down the very strong one while the shattered units are all running from Cairn Wraiths. And I still think the Undead have it, because I mean, double White King is strong and we do still have Cairn Wraiths. As the Greenskins' leadership is proving just too fickle, and the Wood Elves' oomph is not really there. I mean, you have one Glade Lord. These Way Watchers are pretty whatever as far as damage goes. For the White Kings, they still have two zombies to rely on for a bit of buffering. Cairn Wraiths, little scythe ghosts that could, bouncing and bobbing around the Glade Lord as the reindeer charges straight through them. They will crumble to their death, sure, but eventually you have to fight the White King. Greenskins look like they're resting, just trying to get vigor back so they can have a little bit of leadership in this fight. The Glade Lord is in, pushes a White King all the way away, but now is fighting that dreaded 2v1, surrounded by zombies. And, ooh, that White King just stabbed the elk in the chest. I hope that hit, because it looked like it should have. There's another good hit. Temushin just about to pass the Greenskins. Siegfald's Way Watchers not retreating yet, so far not abandoning their lord. All three of the extremely depleted Way Watcher squads fighting the good fight against the White King and his zombie legions, who are starting to crumble, which could be a problem. And I still love how the Greenskins are standing on the sidelines just trying to get their vigor back. Glade Lord's down to 3,000 HP, trying to get hits on the White Kings. That is no easy task, and they need the Greenskins if they're going to have any hope. Greenskin archers firing in. Orc Biggins also standing on the sidelines. Other Orc boys going to rear charge over here just as all the Way Watchers break, leaving the Glade Lord alone. The Glade Lord asks for aid from the fungi, and the fungi shall answer. Orc boys are in, going to chop easily through these already crumbling and almost dead zombies. Wherever the double White Kings are, they need to reap a heavy toll of Orc blood. Oh my god, the Glade Lord went after the Orc Horror boys. Why? Are you insane? They were helping you. They saved you, you treacherous bastard. They came in your time of need, and you just fucked off. So these Orc boys are like, wait, where did the big Wood Elf Lord go? Oh shit, and they get dragged down by zombies. Do the Greenskins need to attack? Nah, dude, it's an FFA. There's no attacking rules here. The Glade Lord going out for easier prey, thinks they can rout the Orc Biggins and Orc Horror boys and get decent damage value instead of just fighting the White Kings to the death. The White Kings do shatter off some Orc boys. Crimson Killers got back to winded. They're not quite fresh. The zombies are still crumbling away, so they are on a timer. They'll never rally at this low of HP point. The Orc Biggins, with their anti-large, they're holding for a surprising amount of time, but the Orc Horror boys are shattered with 8 ammunition left to them. The Wood Elf treachery is complete, and yeah, as soon as the archers are taken out, the Wood Elf Lord is back into charging the White Kings, knocks one over, doesn't get damage because foot characters are infamously hard to actually damage, as the Glade Lord is currently getting bodied by 2 White Kings. Doing his best, but I mean, they have 4,000 HP and 3,000 HP versus the under 2,000 of the Glade Lord. One of the zombies did officially fade away entirely. Orc Biggins are shattering, and for the Greenskins, it is just the Crimson Killers left in the fight. For the Wood Elves, it's a Glade Lord and double Way Watchers who are both almost dead, and for the undead, it is certain victory in the hands of these 2 brave White Kings, continuing to battle it out, continuing to drag down the Glade Lord slowly but surely. Unless the Crimson Killers have something ridiculously heroic left in the tank, they are up to 44 leadership. They have killed the zombies. They do have anti-infantry armor piercing. They can kill the White Kings, maybe. White Kings alone. No more zombies to defend them at all as the Glade Lord and Crimson Killers continue to fight in just a 3-way brawl. I doubt the Crimson Killers care who they hit, as they're going to hit all of them and try and get that value out. The damage values are dead even. It is literally whoever survives this just wins. That is all it is. No one could possibly get enough value to outweigh the thing. The winning bonus. You know what it is. Crimson Killers still trying to fight the Glade Lord, cycle charging back in as the Crimson Killers catch back up to these guys and keep swinging, keep fighting. Another foe seeker as the Glade Lord is going to rout. The only things that could possibly rally for the Wood Elves are the 0 leadership Way Watchers and the Glade Lord, who's already positive on leadership again, but taking some slow cleaving as the Crimson Killers continue to fight the White Kings. Everything else is shattering, but we have some Savage Orc Boar Biggins back in, baby! The Greenskins are back! They ain't giving up! They've been betrayed by everyone in this entire game, but they're back, and they're doing it, and the Crimson Killers never retreat, never surrender as the White Kings try and chase down the Glade Lord, but none of you guys are fast enough to catch the Glade Lord, so you should probably just stop and fight the Crimson Killers. Hummus, you have 60 winds of magic. Cast a spell. I refuse. Hi, Fireball. Crimson Killers cleaving through the White Kings. They desperately need to kill the Crimson Killers or rout them off or something, because Crimson Killers are actually doing insane amounts of damage to them. The Greenskins are back in this. The Savage Orc Boar Biggins are charging past. No, they're not going to aid the Crimson Killers. They're going for the Glade Lord, who has rallied. They definitely need to just rear charge the White Kings. They're coming in now. The Crimson Killers really needed that leadership buff. They just got a couple more seconds to keep fighting as they're cleaving through the White Kings. This one's even starting to crumble, which that crumbling damage is huge. I mean, any damage is huge, but the Greenskins all of a sudden shatter. They shatter. They're gone. No, I'm doing so good. The Crimson Killers with impressive 1,700 value, but that is probably going to be the game, as the vampire counts are second highest in damage value, and they are definitely going to survive. also for sure to, you know, with the winner's bonus, they'll definitely win, but we'll see if they even get a natural lead on the gold damage value before the winner's bonus takes hold. He does not do it. Sigvald retains the lead at the natural end of the game, but the winner's bonus goes to the vampire counts, and that definitely takes them over on the scoreboard into a W. With 14,000 points, Temeshin takes the lead. Hey, I liked that hill. Fireball Phoenix, you liked that hill. Look at that. Look at the remaining percentages, by the way. Remaining percent of your army. The losers have 16, 35%, and 29% that returned home to their families. The undead had 0% of their army remaining, and they won. What kind of victory is that? Let's be honest. What the fuck? Like, in the video game, yeah, he won for sure. But I'm talking about, like, the lore. Like, the Wood Elves, the Greenskins, and Warriors of Chaos had to go back and tell their people we lost. And their people go, lost to who? And they turn around, and there's no one left on the battlefield. They go, wait, where were the undead? I thought they won. They're all fucking dead. That one White King was too low. He was definitely going to crumble to death regardless. So I guess like the only thing that could have survived is literally one White King. That one would have been high enough to not crumble and actually hold the battlefield, which I imagine eventually the other guys come back. Look at the value! 2,700 value on that White King, 1,800 on the other, 2,000 on Vlad. That's insane. Rawr. Subscribe, yes.